everybody, and welcome to True Baller Thursday, hashtag TBT.
Yes, sir.
I am your host, JCo. You can follow me at JCo is it. Tonight, I have with me the Reggie Mathis.
How you doing,
my friend? Sir? I am fantastic. It's good to have you on, and I'll tell you why. True Baller Thursday, as you probably have just noticed by glancing, has the top FCN2 talent hosting this show.
Oh, okay. I thought this was going somewhere else. I thought you were going to say the top guest, but no, it's the top. Yes.
No, you are co-hosting with me, my friend.
I guess so.
You are co-hosting with me, my friend. You are included in the top talent.
Well, I appreciate that.
One of the former most highly rated shows on FCN. We'll probably get back there once it comes back on with The Walking Dead. We the Dead.
I don't know.
Hey.
You saw that. You was here for that season finale.
I was.
The mid-season finale.
I was here.
I think a lot of people jumped off the ship,
People gonna tune in. They're gonna tune in. Yeah.
Okay.
You know why? Because we got top talent hosted.
Okay.
Unlike other certain subject matters that just have so much following right now that you could, basically place anybody as a host
and let it roll.
And it would still get hundreds, if not thousands of views.
Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah,
we saw that Royal Rumble and
the Royal Rumble by itself, because we could have just broadcast the Royal Rumble by itself and gotten the same amount of views.
Everyone had an opportunity to jump on the camera and have a go. Everyone had an opportunity.
So the point is, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching high quality TV.
High quality.
And I appreciate you joining us.
Yes.
We're going to talk the NBA. Let's get into it because, all that shade aside, that was a lot of shade that I threw just now.
It's pretty shady over here.
All that shade aside, we got a lot to talk about in the NBA. Now, before we hop into even our top subject, you had a tweet today that got you excited, and I think I'm going to let you go ahead and roll with it.
Well. Mr. LeVar Unstoppable Ball, the unstoppable force. This man has done it. He has came. He has conquered. He has decided he has an actual due date of when this product is going to hit. It's the JBL this summer. I don't know how he's managed to put together a whole league within. It's been since he announced.
Hey, the man took over a whole country.
So He did.
I mean, that's the side stuff, is putting together a league.
So I just want to make my announcement here on TBT. I will be taking my talents to the JBL.
Yes.
I'm getting in shape now, starting today. I'm getting these old raggedy knees together.
Get it, baby.
And I will be on that court doing some work for the LeVar Ball Foundation.
That's right. I'll be out there covering you. Hello, everyone. This is JCo with FCN covering the JBL live.
Yes.
The Reggie Mathis makes his premiere tonight.
Yes.
Everyone is wondering, will he score 3 points? Will he score 25? No one knows.
No one knows. I just want to get an opportunity, man. LeVar, give me an opportunity. What is it?
We have been friends of the Ball family on this show.
I'll be honest. I hopped off the bandwagon for a hot second. But you know what, LeVar, you got me back. You are just an unstoppable force. I've never seen anything like LeVar. LeVar Ball is really, when you tell a kid, hey, you can be anything you put your mind to. You can do anything that you put. That is LeVar Ball.
Point two. He's gonna let you on. This is my prediction. He's gonna let you in, but he is going to make you say it.
Say what?
Tell everybody I have a plan.
Listen, I'm leaning more to maybe he does have a plan. I'm leaning more and more every day. Every time there's something new that comes out.
Hey, at the very least, he's got his collision.
He's got and you know what? He's got a great collision.
Yeah.
He works his collision.
Trademark 2017 FCN.
I didn't think his sons was actually gonna make it to Lithuania. They made it to Lithuania.
Yeah, they're doing it.
And they're streaming up to 2 million views each game. LeVar, we all are not worthy. You are the man, the legend, the myth. We bow to you today, sir. And again,
the Lakers are gonna ask for him back.
Yeah, they will. I guarantee he's gonna come off the plane.
We fucked that up, didn't we?
He's gonna come off the plane, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, LeVar, Hey, man.
Hey, bro. Remember when you said? Remember when we said you couldn't be on the sidelines after the game? We were just joking.
We kept your box seats warm for you, LeVar. LeVar, and again, I will be getting in shape today. I see the date now. I'm getting in shape. I will be on that court.
Right on.
At least I'll be trying out to be
Yeah,
on the court.
there you go.
They're going to give me an
You heard
opportunity.
it here first. The Reggie Mathis will be in the JBL. Big baller brand doing big baller things.
Do big baller things.
But now we doing true baller things on True Baller Thursday. So let's talk about the basketball, the round ball.
Man, every week we always come to, we tweet each other and like, is it gonna top the week before? And they managed to top the week before.
Yeah, like I was excited about the fight week, man.
Yes, the fight week.
That was a warm up.
Each week is something else.
So let's talk first and foremost about your man, the trade, Blakey Blake.
Look at this.
Going to the Detroit basketball.
Nobody looks happy in this picture at all. Can you imagine leaving Los Angeles for Detroit?
For anything.
In the middle of the January? God.
For any kind of job, for any kind of reason, for family, for whatever reason, going from LA to Detroit.
Look at him.
Yeah.
This says it all.
He haven't even played for them yet.
Yeah.
He's like, remember that knee problem I've been having my whole career? It's acting up again.
But I love this trade. I actually love this trade.
Okay, so let's talk basketball portion of this.
Yes.
How does this help or does it help the Pistons? Because we know it don't help the Clippers.
The Clippers. Let's not focus on the Clippers right now. The Pistons, it absolutely helps them. You got some star power. I mean, with them moving their arena to actual downtown Detroit now, you need to put butts in the seats. And Griffin is going to put butts in the seats. He's guaranteed to help sell them out.
Right.
And I kind of like the pairing of Drummond and Griffin. Griffin has extended his three-point range now, so he's shooting mid-30s.
So he helps spread the floor some.
He can spread the floor some.
Because Monroe and Drummond
that was not working.
Nah.
That was not working. And also, Monroe just got bought out of his contract. But we'll get to that maybe some other time. Maybe. But I love this. What do you think?
Well, I like it for the Pistons. I don't think it changes a lot for them, but it does put butts in seats.
Exactly.
I mean, Reggie is out, right? Reggie Jackson?
He's out. He's still out.
So him coming back, like you said, Griffin adding another offensive threat. If Griffin is not the one that they have to go to, like he's not the franchise guy, then yes, he is a great addition to the team, but he still has some liabilities.
Yeah, I mean,
I think if anybody can get that defense out of Griffin is Stan.
It's Stan Van Gundy.
Yeah.
I mean, you see the turnaround that Andre Drummond has had this year. I mean, playing all-star level, and he's shooting actual free throws now.
Right.
So, actual free throws. So
he's in the what, 70s now?
He's like 70s, or high 60s. That's a D in IPS. So he's doing something.
Right.
But again, at least we're talking about the Pistons.
Right.
At least we're talking about the Pistons.
Absolutely.
Before we were talking.
So where are they now as far as the
they're
standings?
Like ninth.
They're like ninth. Do they make the playoffs with this move, or were they going to make it anyway?
I say they will. It's going to be a hotly contested battle because I believe the Pacers are down there as well, like 7th. But I think that actually getting Blake Griffin and getting a person who can actually be reliable in the post and at the three-point range, I think that's going to boost them. They'll at least get 8th, maybe 7th.
Okay.
Maybe 7th.
I was trying to pull it up. My phone isn't pulling up fast enough to see. But anyway.
You don't fact check.
Right. No. I was going to see who all was in their way and what the possibility.
It's like
But Pacers are definitely down there. I want to say the Knicks are in that area.
Yeah, the Knicks are probably like 10th. It's
the Bucks.
The Bucks are down
That's
there.
What it is. Yeah. So. Okay. We'll be talking about the Bucks later. So, rumors. We going back to our sources.
Oh my God!
Running me every day.
Yes.
I need some time to get away from
all these rumors. Can't take it no more. My best friend said LeBron is gone. He ain't even leaving the ball on the floor.
What was that? What was that? LeBron James.
So, sources say
the sources are always talking. Always talking.
Okay, so here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I read the article and it said that he would, out of respect for the winning culture, listen to Golden State.
Can we actually let's talk about this article. This was, all things considered, this was not an article.
They acting like there's not enough news out there that NBA to be talking about
This was not an article. This was somebody who said, you know what, we haven't had enough LeBron talk.
Always makes news.
Yeah, so let's throw LeBron out there for some more clicks. That's what it felt like to me.
Well, and now the timing is good because Cleveland has struggled.
Exactly. It seems to me whenever Cleveland or whenever a LeBron team struggles, the easiest thing that you can do if you're a journalist is just float out some.
Well, you know LeBron don't hang around nowhere.
Just float out some destination rumors, and you get them clicks, man.
So legit is he brought that championship to Cleveland?
Yeah.
In his mind, is he obligated there anymore? Can he go ahead and leave? And what is his top destination?
I don't know, man. Like, I wanted to say that his top destination should be the Spurs if he was just going off of how can I maximize these last few years of my career. But
you mentioned Pop.
That's what I'm saying. He hasn't had a coach on Pop's level at all. That's what, but I mean, more and more that I keep looking, and you know, I like to say, where there's smoke, there's fire, and a lot of signs is pointing to either Houston, disaster, or LA, super disaster. Don't do that, LeBron. Like if he goes to LA,
go to New York before you
go to New York. Yes, pair with the unicorn in New York. Do not.
Is that Porzingis?
That's Porzingis, the unicorn. Okay. But do not go to LA. That would be disastrous for the last years of his legacy.
Please,
because they're not winning nothing.
It would be disaster. I mean, I think even at this point, LeBron knows, like, if I went to Golden State, no one would talk to me anymore.
Yeah,
like,
man, he can't.
Just everybody would hate me except for Golden State fans.
He can't do it, man. Like LeBron he's had too many turns within his career. Too many heel turns. He can't make another one. It's got to be
right. Absolutely.
He's got
That's legit. Yeah. That's legit. So speaking of LeBron, and we're gonna go on his current team, Cleveland. Kevin Love is out for weeks. Maybe I don't know, until the end of the regular season at least. How does that affect?
This affects Cleveland. Can I say it bigly? Bigly. Yeah.
Go with it.
It does. I don't know where they go from here.
Well, because here's the problem. I think, and we had talked about, this is one of a lot of the people that we talked about trading in our Kawhi Leonard scenario we're talking about tonight.
Exactly.
So we'll get to that. But one of the people I talked about trade was Love.
Yes.
Get him out of there. They were actually, he was on the block.
And you know what?
Sources say Love was on the block.
You know what?
And now he ain't.
Love timely went down with the timely injury. And you know what? I respect Love for going down with this injury at this moment because now they can't blame him.
Right.
They can't blame him. Like, you're going to have to point the finger at someone else because the ship is going down and you can't point the finger at Kevin Love right now.
He can't point a finger at all. He broke his hand.
I was hoping that he would actually, he broke his hand punching or slapping Isaiah Thomas, but then I turned to the game and it was like,
in the game.
Yeah, in the game.
Yeah. That's the we got our TD out back here playing the going down with the ship Titanic music.
Let's make something offensive. Okay. Can I say this about Titanic?
Say it.
Yes.
Say it.
That's a comedy.
Titanic is a comedy.
It does inappropriate comedies. It's Titanic for me. Just watching white people run around
screaming.
And like, oh dear God! Like, I love it. I love when they lose their humanity. And the other one is The Exorcist.
Yes.
I cannot watch The Exorcist with a straight face. When she starts, fuck Jesus. Oh my God. This is the funniest shit ever. Lick me. Yeah. Lick me. Sucks cocks in hell. Like, this is hilarious.
Well, there you go.
Well, there you go. We do have a question.
All right,
Will Hodges says, does LeBron want to be coached? #nope.
Does he want to be coached?
Yes.
Oh, that's actually a really good question.
That is
because
very astute.
I've thought of that before on whether it was the coaches or whether he's putting input like, nah, let me put somebody in there that lets me do my thing. But here's the reason why I would dispute that. He played for Spoelstra, and he damn sure was coached in Miami.
Yes, and I think a lot of that had to do with Pat Riley demanding that you're going to listen to this man. He's not going anywhere. You're going to listen. And I think that type of culture in San Antonio was there and in place, and he couldn't come down there and start bullying his way
I guess
around.
it depends at this point now. I mean, LeBron's in a position to write his ticket.
Oh, man, yes.
Like, for his legacy.
Yes.
What do you want for your legacy? The choice you make is going to dictate that.
This is cement and legacy years now. He's in the point where he's either making or breaking how people are going to talk about him because, like it or not, last few years kind of hold weight. Kobe was talked about in glowing reviews before these last few years when people started seeing, all right, maybe Kobe ain't the best to play with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, Kobe is kind of an ass. He's kind of a ball hog.
Yeah.
So what decision he makes for the rest of his, maybe 5-6 seasons, maybe more. LeBron's a fucking animal.
He's more, but those are gonna be still on this level.
Yeah, this.
He's gonna have 10 good years. Listen, man.
Like I keep waiting for when is LeBron gonna average like those 18 points a game and he just kind of melts it. LeBron ain't never gonna. LeBron is he is an animal, man. We have never seen anyone. Him and Russell Westbrook are peak conditioned athletes, peak genetic. Like when they die and we finally get to crack open their genome, and see what they were made out of, we're gonna realize, man, these are robots, man.
Cloning for all. Yeah. Okay. Unless, no, I'm not gonna make that comment. So let's stay with the trade.
Yes.
So apparently, another person that we mentioned last week, Nikolai Mirotic, was traded to the Pelicans.
Yes.
For Omer Asik.
Where has he been? Milk carton gang.
Well, I mean, he was on the Bulls. So why are they bringing him back?
Listen.
And it's like it's not an even trade because Mirotic is better, but like, what do you?
Well, the Pelicans have to decide what they're gonna do. With Boogie going down, they need to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And hopefully, Milicic's he's been playing out of his mind this year.
Hey.
Hopefully, he can help Anthony Davis. He stretched the floor for him a little bit.
Exactly.
Hopefully,
he does a lot with what Cousins does.
Yeah,
so.
but I mean, and also too, I saw that Tony Allen was thrown in.
Tony Allen and Jameer Nelson
was thrown in that trade.
Tony Allen, who we talking about?
Yeah, we talked about Tony.
Hey, I said that he's that extra piece that you just throw into the trade.
But you know what's weird? Like, and this has been talked about in NBA circles for a while. Tony Allen actually can't play in Chicago.
Why?
He has some issues with the gangs in Chicago. So anytime you notice, Tony Allen would have a DMP CD whenever he plays in Chicago.
Are they cutting him? I
don't think he ever makes it to Chicago. I think he gets bought out.
Interesting. And then they pick up Jameer Nelson, who is not a backup point guard.
Well, Jameer Nelson, who is 89 years old.
But he's not a backup point guard right now.
Oh, no.
And they got their point guard who just came back. So.
They've got... Listen, Jameer Nelson, again, I think that's just hey, teach our young guys the ropes for this last few months, and then this last ride, and get on out of here.
Get on. You and Tony.
Yeah, you and Tony. Tony's not even stepping off the plane. No. Tony's not gonna have a press conference. They're just gonna fly
him ahead to all the away games.
Man, Tony's not even gonna have a press conference. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Watch when it happens. Everybody, you can at me when it happens. Tony does not step foot in Chicago.
Tony Allen cannot step foot.
He cannot step foot in Chicago. He got into like a bar fight or something with the Bloods or something like that. Or the Vice Lords, something like that.
Maybe Derek can broker a deal.
It was like with the Vice Lords or something.
Can Derek broker a deal? You think, or is it just?
I don't know. I mean, Derek got the pull.
He does. He does have pull. Well, we'll see. I'm believing you. I'm not downing you at all.
I'm telling you, he ain't gonna step foot on the court.
Brad Gray has a comment. Brad Gray on Facebook says basically the trade was for the first round pick. Everyone else is just for the contract.
You got that right, Brad.
Yep.
And you got that right. Absolutely.
And they're hoping that the Pelicans do not make the playoffs this year.
Yeah. Well,
is it a protected pick?
It's got to be. It has to have some type of protection on it. But I'm believing the Pelicans going to make. At number 6, number 7, they're going to get.
When's the last time the Bulls had good draft picks? It's been a minute.
Well, I mean, the Bulls.
They
drafted
Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose, but they drafted number 7 marketing. He's doing well.
That was
they found some good maneuvers, and they traded for Zach LaVine, which he's doing well. So, and they traded and got.
They're a couple pieces away from a good playoff team.
They're a couple pieces away from a couple pieces away. Just keep it like that. They gonna get there eventually, but they got a while.
They are a playoff team in the East.
In the East,
they're a couple pieces away as a playoff team in the East.
Ooh, that may be true. That may be true.
So
speaking
of pieces, adding pieces. Oh no, wait, sorry. We got to talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
We got to talk about these young gentlemen. Another gentleman who we discussed in the trade rumors, our own trade rumors last week. CJ McCollum.
I'm telling you.
You were trying to trade him.
I was trying to get rid of him.
You were trying to trade him. This man in 23, he sat out the fourth quarter and dropped 50 points on the Bulls.
Yes. Well, I mean.
on the Bulls.
The Bulls have the poorest defense in the
Okay, a couple pieces away from a couple pieces away. You got it. All right.
CJ, I'm telling you, this is instant buckets. The reason why I think he's just kind of underappreciated is because he plays in the Northwest and he plays with Lillard.
Yep.
They kind of overlap in their skills. But CJ McCollum is slept on as instant buckets.
See, right now would be the time to trade him.
Oh, it's the perfect time. That's why I suggested it. If Kawhi really doesn't want to be in Portland, do a trade with
San Antonio.
in San Antonio. Mm-hmm. Trade with Portland. Get you an instant gunner that you get a pick as well. You can probably get some of those pieces like some of their wing players, but you get some instant offense right here, and you got somebody who can take the reins. Honestly, take the reins from Tony Parker, who I haven't seen Tony Parker run like a real athlete in about 2 years.
Yeah, so that's true. Take the reins from Tony Parker and as another offensive threat when San Antonio gets LeBron.
Exactly.
So, there you go.
Exactly. You pair LaMarcus Aldridge, LeBron, CJ McCollum, and you got Kyle Anderson. You got all those other ancillary pieces. Manu on his last legs. Throw it together and do it.
Well, you guys mentioned one of your pieces being LaMarcus.
Yes.
He's still a piece.
I never said nothing about this.
I say he's a piece. I say he's a piece. As long LaMarcus is a piece, as long as he ain't the piece.
LaMarcus has been really putting in work these last couple of days with.
Well, he has, and this again, but this is why I kind of started leaning towards, hey, will it smoke this fire? Because they released the information from last year that LaMarcus actually demanded a trade, and Pop's feelings was hurt.
Oh, wow.
He was like, wow, you want to leave here? And so Pop actually sat down with him, and they had a conversation, and now LaMarcus is playing like an all-star. So, hey.
Wow.
Yeah, LaMarcus said he didn't want to be with Pop. That's probably the only person who's ever said they didn't want a piece of Popovich.
Well, until Kawhi Leonard.
Right.
Brad Gray also had a comment on Facebook. He said Chris Dunn is a steal.
Absolutely, Brad. Chris Dunn is a steal. He's a walking double-double, and he could give you a triple-double. His defense is stellar. Yes.
Come in, Brad. Thank you for contributing. Not to be outdone, although it happened first.
Yes, right.
James Harden didn't only have 60 points, but he had a triple-double. So he set a Houston record for most points in a game, which was 57. Yeah. I think this is the highest points on a triple-double.
Oh, it's the only time someone has ever scored 60 points
on a triple-double. Went off on the Orlando Magic. So
the lowly Magic.
Obviously all the way back.
Oh, man. But you know what's weird, too? I don't want to say it's inflated, but it's a little inflated. This guy holds the ball like
30 shots.
Which is great.
It was
30 shots is great.
On 30
but I'm just talking about he's ball dominant.
Yes.
In that
Which is why he had to leave Oklahoma.
Exactly. And in this offense, he's basically the option A, B, and C. So what he's doing is amazing. I'm not to knock him. He's doing an amazing
Chris
job.
is now BB.
Yeah, when Chris is healthy.
Go back to C.
When Chris is healthy, he's BB.
B.B.
B.B.
How many points did his assists contribute to?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Okay,
I would.
What was his plus minus on being on the floor?
His plus minus on that game was about
let's
lot.
Look it up.
I didn't research that.
Let's look it up.
Okay, no, because I was curious.
That is a good
That's
question.
a good question.
Actually.
I'm gonna look that up.
Because you said it was inflated, and it's like when someone drops 11 dimes on you, 11. And it's like, so not only is he scoring, but he's looking for people too.
But it's the way that he's looking. It's pick. Take the pick. First pick, nope. All right. Take the second pick, nope. All right. Come off the third pick. All right. I'll take it in. Oh, pass it out. He's getting a lot of those Allen Iverson assists where the defense collapses on you. You kind of throw it out. You have to. But again, you're looking at the likely MVP. And he's well deserved. This man is doing his thing.
I'm glad you said that. So do you feel like he's got MVP over Bron?
Oh man, the way the Cavs are playing, you cannot give LeBron MVP. That's a travesty if you give LeBron MVP in a season like this.
Right. I was trying to get that plus minus, but nope.
Yeah, we'll work on it.
Moving to the game of the night?
Yeah, but let's move to the game of the night.
Nope. We are not. We are actually going to move, since we've been talking so much about players, trades. Let's talk a little bit about the coaches.
Okay.
So our next segment.
This is a good time to talk about the coaches.
Absolutely. It's don't hate the player, hate the game.
Hate the game.
So the coach is the game.
Play game.
The coach is the game. Do you hate the players or do you hate the game? Should they? These are teams that are on the cusp.
Okay.
Not necessarily of contention, but just
Playoffs,
being better. They're on the playoff cusp or on the cusp of being better than what they are right now.
Okay.
It just feels like they could be doing something else, and it's not a big change. So is it the coach or is it the personnel?
Okay.
So I know he's already gone, but Jason Kidd, Milwaukee Bucks, they just traded coaches. Was it Kidd the problem, or was it the personnel?
I believe it was Kidd. Kidd leaves a trail of tears wherever he goes, man. Like I said before.
I mean, you got the Greek Freak. You should be doing better.
Yes. You have transcendent Thank you, sir. A transcendent talent in the Greek Freak. You put any 4 players around him, you should be able to at least get the 4th, 5th spot in the East. And here's another thing. Not only do you have the Greek Freak, but you also have Chris Middleton, who is a very valuable 3-and-D player, a good shot creator. And you have Bledsoe that you traded for.
Just got Bledsoe, yep.
It's Kidd and his funky rotations, his wacky play calling,
his abrasive.
Yeah, like he was doing some weird things at the end of games where he was calling timeouts when it was unnecessary. Yeah. He was fouling when it's just a weird. I don't know. Yeah. He shouldn't have another job.
I want to say this. I want to piggyback off of that, and it's something you said during maybe 2 episodes ago. Mm-hmm. You said it's Brad Stevens' fault.
Oh yeah.
And when you said that, I was like, wow, he's dead serious.
Yeah.
Like a coach like that on that team, they should legitimately be in a higher seed.
Yes.
Because Brad Stevens is doing it
with
not
nuts and bolts.
Yes.
Brad Stevens is putting together
Band-Aid.
But now he's got a team and he's doing what he's supposed to be doing with that team. Look what he was doing before he had these guys.
Well, and I mean, he don't even have his full team yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Imagine if he had Gordon and he had Kyrie. Brad Stevens is on another level, and it skews the way that you look at coaching. Because if Brad Stevens, who grew up, through the ranks, watching film, dedicated, went to college, dedicated, got Butler to back-to-back national championship games.
Who does that?
Yes.
Let alone a small program like that.
So, Kid, you can't handle the Greek Freak, and odds and ends, then get out of here, man.
Beat it. But yeah, that piece about Brad Stevens messing it up for everybody is what prompted me to do this segment, because it's like, okay, do we got coaches that all need to step up their game?
Yes.
All right. So next question: is it the player or is it the game? Jeff Hornacek and the New York Knicks.
Oh man.
Do they not have at this point? Do they not have the right personnel, or is he just not managing them?
I would say this. It is the coach. It is the game, right? But it's not his fault. He came in because he was hired to do a certain type of offense, the triangle. It's not the offense that he wanted to implement. It's not the players that he would need to implement for his type of offense. So he got hired on, he took the job, and he implemented his offense, or the triangle offense, last year. Now they're trying to implement his offense. They still don't have the talented, they still don't have the players for his offense. So we can say it's the players, but I kind of think he was just the wrong man for the job. So
you think this team right now with the Brad Stevens type is
this team with a younger coach who is just more enthused and can kind of relate to him better would be better. I mean, Hornacek did a great job in Phoenix, but it was with a guard-centric offense. And right now you have a top-heavy, with the unicorn and Porzingis. So I just don't think he's the right man for the job.
Right.
So I do lean towards the coach, but it's also the players as well.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I would agree on this one. I think though that you know what? No, I'm sorry. I'm backtracking that quick. The Knicks need better players.
They do.
They need more. They need more. I think Hornacek. Yes, he is not the young, I can relate to players guy, but he's got enough stock. He's got enough of that lineage in the NBA. Played under Sloan, who was one of the greats.
Yes.
And knows that to, have a game plan, go in there if he has the right personnel.
Well, that brings up a good question. Do you think they should have drafted DS3, Dennis Smith III? Dennis Smith Jr. over the French Frankie Smokes,
yes.
Nicolatina.
Yes, I do.
I do too. And
Absolutely.
honestly, if they had have taken Dennis Smith Jr., the team probably would look totally different, and they would be a little bit more exciting. So yeah, it is the kind of the players as well. Yeah. So.
And just by the way, it was a +7 for Harden in that game, and they won by 7 points.
The difference.
There you go. Capella was a +13. Just
Capella, man. I mean, dive into the basket, dude. It's something to be said for being a Rodman type player, man. And why do we have to keep going back to this? But if more of these big dudes don't just say, you know what, I'm gonna do my job. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna box out. I'm gonna throw bows.
Jason Williams.
Yes.
I'm gonna be,
which Griffin should bring more of that to his game.
Oh man, he needs to get some rebound.
But he's always been
finessing. Yeah, you gotta be able to mix it up. You can't be 6'9", 270, all muscle, and you scared to get in the paint, man. You gotta live in the paint.
Yeah.
When you light skin with freckles.
Red hair and freckles.
Excuse me.
What is it?
You pointed and laughed. That's cool. Next week on TBT, as I host alone. No. With Hokies.
And the
Wilsonian.
And their special guest, the Sam guy. Next week on TBT. Number 8 right now. They're actually in the playoffs.
Ooh.
Right above Detroit.
Detroit's going.
Yeah. That's a team where they got the players. They just need more development.
That's interesting.
So
that's interesting.
Do we hate the player or do we hate the game on the Clippers? Speaking of Blake Griffin, this is why I'm asking this question, because they got rid of Griffin.
Yes.
They're getting rid of DeAndre Jordan, or at least trying to.
Yeah.
So I feel like the Clippers are all in on the coach.
And I think it's a bad move. At least Matt Barnes, I believe, sent a tweet out saying it's disrespectful what they did to Blake Griffin, and it's absolutely the coach. Matt Barnes played for Mr. Doc Rivers.
Yes.
I saw also, I think it was last season, Glenn Big Baby Davis was on FS1, basically trashing CP3 and trashing Doc Rivers. If everybody that's leaving is saying the same thing, I'm going to start saying, you know what, maybe it is Mr. Rivers, who, I mean, to be all honest, he's only had a couple of good seasons, and that was with Kevin Garnett.
Actually, I'm going to tell you what his best coaching was. Lil Daryl Armstrong down in Orlando.
Yes.
That was his best coaching when he was on Orlando.
He overachieved
that
with
is
that squad.
Exactly.
Yes.
He overachieved with that squad. He underachieved with Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce. They only won one.
Now, I get what you're going, but Kevin Garnett, when he blew out his knee, I believe that would have been 09. He blew out his knee, 09 or 010. He blew out his knee. That would have they would have won that year. Lakers actually ended up winning. But then he was back the next year, they won. So I would say this, they probably would have got 2 if Garnett hadn't blown his knee.
I just felt like with that team, he pulled, I'm going to just play around with this, I'm going to play around with that, and he just stumbled upon a formula that worked.
Danny Ainge got him over the hill.
Yeah.
Because before that, they was calling for his head.
Yes.
They was missing the playoffs 4 straight years.
And that was definitely the players, and they won that championship for this man.
He's living in Los Angeles now. Look at him.
That smile. Exactly. He's the only coach on here that got that smile on his face.
Like, hey, all things is good. I done made this.
Got rid of Sterling.
Yes. He got rid of Sterling. He got an extra title as president.
Yeah. Hey, I said it when they got him. He won 2 more games than Del Negro.
Oh man, yes.
And I think still made it to the same spot Del Negro had made it to the year before.
Yeah.
Like he did 1 year he made it an extra round in the playoffs, and that was it.
Yeah.
With those players.
That's true.
So it's the coach. I think we agree the Clippers is the coach.
Definitely the coach.
But I mean, they didn't really lose much by getting rid of Griffin anyway. So now our next one, we got the the Pelicans, who just acquired Nikolai Mirotic. Is it Mr. Gentry, or does he just need a couple more little pieces?
I hate to
they
say
are
this.
right now number 7 in the West.
I hate to say this because it's a lot of things that's kind of falling into place for Mr. Gentry. He got the trade last year for Boogie, and then immediately Anthony Davis went down.
Right.
This year they got a full training camp. They start actually playing well. I mean, they've been killing it together. I believe like the plus and minus with both of them on the floor is like astronomical.
Yeah, right.
But when either one of them is off the floor, it's like terrible. So they start winning. They're in the 7th. They were in the 6th when Boogie went down. I believe they were in 6th when Boogie went down. It's hard for me to point the finger at Gentry because he hasn't had the full cast of players, but at some point you've got to show improve. And you've been coaching Anthony Davis now for 5 years. Man, I need to see some type of movement. You guys should, with Anthony Davis, who is quite honestly, I mean, if anybody gets an opportunity to check out the Pelicans game, I know most people don't watch it, but he's quite honestly maybe top 5 in the league right now. You got to get more than this.
I say he's not. Listen, can I be very honest with you? There are days when I go, man, I think this kid is number 2, number 3.
Yeah,
in my opinion, LeBron, Durant, Davis.
And
but I have a problem with Westbrook because I think Westbrook be the 2 of those guys any given night.
Yeah.
Can Westbrook and
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis
Yes.
can be the 2nd best player in the league any
Yes.
given night.
Absolutely. That's absolutely true.
That says something to me about Kevin Durant more so than anything.
Yeah.
That it's easy to be a 7-footer
that shoots over it.
Like it's easy. But these those 2 guys work for
constantly moving,
They're
blocking shots, rebounding, passing. scoring. So you got to, I mean, you have to, when you have that type of talent, you got to get more wins than what they're getting. Yeah. So I hate to do it, man, but it's the coach.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the players that he needs those a little one or two more pieces on the role players.
I lean that way too. I can lean that way.
I like what he was doing in Memphis. I was against it when they let him go as a coach, but hey, I see what you're saying. I cannot disagree because you have someone, a transcendent talent like Anthony Davis, and this is your first year that it looks like you might be making the playoffs.
Right, and you're eking in.
Yeah,
you're eking in, and in a market like New Orleans, you need to be in order.
They need to develop. He developed some offense that just runs through Davis. Like,
listen, the fans of New Orleans, I'm gonna be there Sunday, but the fans of New Orleans will turn on you with the quickness and basketball-wise. Football, they'll support you. But, like, in order to actually make it in New Orleans, they need to win. They need to win some games.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, our final, and we discussed this team earlier today in kind of some detail here, the Cavaliers. Is it the player or is it the game? That's that. Look at that look on his face.
I know,
like,
that look
what
says
am I doing?
That look says it all. You know what? I'm gonna be the reverse. I hate to do it, but it's the players. I know.
No. Ask Ravo what I said about it before the show. I said, as much as he is not a good coach in Cleveland, it's the players.
It's the players. First of all, they're the oldest team in the league. They're the oldest team in the league.
This is the formula for every team he's been on. Like, people throw old guys at LeBron.
Because they get to a point where they max out the dollars because you surround them with too many max contract players. And then you just got to get whatever you can. And you nickel and dime and you just grabbing bargain bin shopping at that point.
Remember win a ring for the Kings?
Yeah.
They got Shaq on the downside of the street.
No,
Shaq Hill.
Jameson. They got Antoine Jameson as well.
That was the worst hodgepodge. That was the year when he left, and they basically kept that whole team together minus LeBron. And that was the horrible team.
But minus LeBron and Shaq, because then Shaq took his talents to Celtics, I believe.
Yeah,
we did go to Boston.
Yeah, he went straight to Boston. He's like, I'm going to get me one of these rings. So, I'm going to say the coach. I mean, I'm not the coach. I'm going to say the players. It's some weird things going on in the front office. Apparently, Dan Gilbert has assumed roles of the GM. He's out scouting college athletes, and he's going on the recruiting circuit. So, it's definitely
how is he
the players.
Scouting people?
I don't know, man. He's taking a notebook and everything. They watching, they catching him at all the college games, scouting. So it's
listen. You I don't like Dan Gilbert.
Nah,
I don't like him at all. But let's just talk business here. When you are in desperation mode and he is legitimately talking about selling, he cannot withstand the market value losing half of that.
At this point,
he's trying to figure out what to do. I think once he put the feelers out hard, and I'm thinking about selling. And people but is LeBron going to
exactly. That's the hard thing.
For real.
Because LeBron, the franchise valuation ebbs and flows with LeBron. If LeBron ain't on that team, I'm not buying that franchise for $2 billion.
No.
If LeBron ain't on the team,
which says a whole lot about Cleveland, because just a couple years ago Milwaukee was valued.
Oh yes,
in the billions.
The valuations of the franchises have all skyrocketed, but you're talking about,
and that's why I'm saying they've all skyrocketed, and this is still one people are like,
I gotta see. Well, because here's the thing, right? Because if you invest in a Cleveland franchise. And you basically putting your money in when LeBron on the tail end of LeBron, and LeBron leaves.
Yeah,
you're not recouping any of that money
for years.
For years, you better hope.
You don't even have Kyrie anymore. You better hope you get a number one.
Oh man, you better hope number one for about 2-3 years. You better hope them lottery and you
better pull a Philly, man, and it took them a decade.
Right, exactly. Yes. So. That's a gamble, man.
Yeah.
That's a gamble.
Oh, LeBron torturing these poor people.
Do it, LeBron. Hey, do it, LeBron. Torture him.
Hey, listen. He should.
Oh man.
He should get his group and buy the Cavs.
Listen, you've got to know.
You.
Can I say
Yes,
this?
say it.
I think that this is a Rock Nation move. I think that Jay-Z, Mav Carter, LeBron James has put together a financial block, and they are going to make a move to own a franchise.
That would be.
I don't care what anyone says. I think Jay and LeBron Company are going to make a move. I think Dan Gilbert, he's leveraging him leaving, and then he's leaking this. I'm going to go talk to Golden State. Listen, they know full well that their people are going to make moves.
And you know what? That would be smart on LeBron. Tank the valuation of this franchise.
Buy low. Exactly. And then stay.
That's business.
Oh,
that's business.
Listen, we stumbled upon it right there. When that happens, you heard it here.
You heard it here first.
All right, so I guess we could talk about tonight's games right quick.
Okay, let's do that.
Scandal come on. So we got 2 games tonight.
Yes.
2 of our oft-mentioned teams, the Houston Rockets versus the San Antonio Spurs.
Battle of Texas.
Yeah. Who's winning that game tonight?
I'm riding with the Rockets. This wave that they're on right now. I'm going to ride with the Rockets. But I'm going to give a 10% chance to pull it out of his ass. Always got to give him that minor chance that he can pull it. But.
Right, yeah. Harden ain't scored in 60 against San Antonio.
Harden he may get 40.
Yeah, definitely. That's always a possibility.
This is why I say they actually, Harden, you need to perform. After the playoffs last year and that debacle against San Antonio, you got to show improve. So Harden comes through.
Yeah. All right, Harden comes through tonight, scores, what you
got?
Say
he scores a cool 37.
I was going to say 35. There we go.
Cool 37.
So he's in 35, 37-point range. They're going to eke it out by 4 points.
This goes in overtime. They pull away in overtime. They win by 5.
Okay. All right. Second game of the night. Oklahoma City.
This is the time for Oklahoma City. Like, honestly, if Oklahoma City is going to be who they are reportedly to be, you can't lose to Denver.
If they are who we say they are?
Yeah, you can't lose to Denver. I love Trey Lyles, though. T-Boy, Tech Titan. But you can't lose to Denver, man.
Yeah, I don't think they are. Denver is at the bottom of the standings right now.
Yes, they
what happened to Denver?
I got into a little conversation on Twitter because for some reason people foolishly believe that Carmelo Anthony trade worked out in their favor. They haven't.
So they have gone steadily downwards since trading him.
That's been 7.5 years ago. You know, they've had 2 playoff appearances. All first round exits. They've only had 2 playoff wins, actual playoff wins, and they're 8 or they're 2-8 in playoffs. Listen, that wasn't a good move. Y'all haven't done anything since Carmelo's been gone. So Denver they may actually stand a chance, tonight. But I think Oklahoma City runs away with it.
All right, yep. I'm going with OKC on this one. I think that's all. I think we've dissected the NBA enough for tonight.
And you know what? They probably got, while we were on, they probably was some Woj bombs going off. It probably was some Twitter.
Yeah, right. We should have checked for some. We should have checked for some updated.
The NBA is honestly the craziest league there is.
Yes. Well, the great thing about the NBA, unlike a lot of these other leagues, is that one trade can completely change the face of that team. So
yes, really.
That's why I love the trade deadline every year.
Wasako tuning in. What's up, Wasako?
Wasako, what up? Wasako's barbecue down in Memphis,
delicious.
Texas. Oh my God, it is so delicious. That man know how to cook some food. Soul barbecue from his soul to your what's
plate.
From his heart to your soul. There we go. Yeah. My bad, Wasako. All right.
Put the graphic in there, JCo. Give us the graphic.
Yeah, man. Give us a graphic, baby, so we can push it.
Put it right here. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have
Put it right here.
instead of this.
Let's go, Super Noob.
All right, guys. Well, let's see. No new news coming up, so I guess we're gonna go into.
We're gonna go ahead and throw it off to Scandal. We're gonna let them shine.
We'll let them shine tonight.
Okay, we'll let them shine.
All right. Well, thank y'all for tuning in to True Ball Thursday. Stay tuned for the Scandal Wind Down Thursday. No, the Thursday Wind Down Scandal pregame show tonight will be hosted by Gabby. Also will star Trezene and the Revolution. Y'all don't want to miss it. Maybe not the Revolution, but some people will be on there. I'm telling y'all, Revolution's gonna be on there, and if he's not on there, you can be mad at me. But you'll tune in, won't you? All right, thank you guys. Have a good night. We'll see you next week with the Reggie Mathis. I am JCo. Is it? Have a good one.